What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to CloudSlayer 53 channel, aka Travis Cloud. Also known for my podcast, the CloudSlayer podcast. And if you're returning, hey, welcome back. If you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button. I do appreciate it. This is episode 7 of my podcast. I've done it entirely on my phone just to see how the experience is because I do recommend it. Um, After making it, I hope you like the audio. And if you do, and you only have a phone to make podcasts, shoot for the stars. You know what I mean? Use what you got to get your story out. Simple as that, I guess. It's tough to do it though. You know what I mean? Whatever's holding you back within yourself, within your heart, um, just go for it. You know what I mean? Also, I didn't get any video on it. I just got the audio recorded, so um, it's gonna be entirely some freaking gameplay of that newer Spider-Man video game. So I kind of suck. I suck at Spider-Man games. I haven't played one since like PlayStation 2. So forgive me with my crappy gameplay. I hope you do enjoy, and yeah, like I said, I do recommend using your phone. So don't feel like you need any kind of audio equipment or anything like that. Just use what you got until you're able to get more. If you're interested in doing more, maybe you start and you figure out it's not for you. You saved yourself a boatload of money or anything like that. Any kind of investments, you, So that's all I got to say. I hope you guys have a good night, and I hope you enjoy this. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I do appreciate it. Peace. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Cloud Slayer podcast. It's your host, Cloud Slayer, aka Travis Cloud. I'm glad to be back. Kind of stinks. I didn't get a guest like I wanted to today. Sometimes plans don't go through. You know what I mean? You still gotta pick it up. You know what I mean? Get up and do what you can. Even if it may seem like plans are ruined, that isn't always the case. Life happens for any and everybody. You just gotta kind of roll with the punches. So back here to make a podcast again. So just wanted to do a little bit of talk. People, talking to friends and stuff like that. It's always fun. I appreciate it a lot, and I'm very grateful. You know what I mean? Just to be alive, breathing, having a beautiful family. It's awesome. Never thought I'd be there. You know what I mean? Like having a kid or stuff like that. It's kind of weird, but it's freaking awesome. So, but what do you do? Oh, also I'm doing this off of my phone, so I wanted to test it out because I do say you could do it with just a phone, minimal gear to have even a podcast. So I haven't tried to make one with just my phone before, but here I am, which is pretty cool. I'm just doing it while I walk. I'm walking as a warm up to beat up on my heavy bag and stuff like that. I've been doing that instead of like heavier weightlifting for myself. Give those old joints a rest, and try to work on some endurance. Endurance training's always fun. It's fun to get out some aggression sometimes, pent up stuff, and instead of taking it out on like those that you love and care for and stuff like that, you just beat up that bag and beat the shit out of that thing. It's freaking awesome. Been trying to learn some new kicks. Did like question mark kick. I was trying some axe kicks, but man, I am terrible at that stuff. I need to work on flexibility and things like that. Been watching YouTube and stuff like that. It's awesome. Just watching a bunch of footage, and the big part of that is practice. So it's like anything else in life. You just gotta, if you want it bad enough, you'll figure out how to do it. And, you just practice and strive towards it until you make it a reality. So if you're striving for something, just keep working towards it, little by little. It's not going to happen overnight. What they say, Rome wasn't built overnight. So always keep that in mind. Have a little bit of patience. Being impatient, sometimes you just don't do the best thing that's necessarily right for you or the right decision at the time, like, oh man, there's this hilarious moment with my grandma when I was growing up here. I was probably like 15, 16. She came to visit. She used to come and visit like once out of like almost a month over throughout the year. It was awesome. She always come over, cook and stuff like that. But regardless, it was there was a big old beehive. It was like the size of a frickin' Golding football, and she tried to, she wanted us to go frickin' grab that thing with just a trash bag. I was like, forget that. My dad was like, yeah, we're just gonna drive and go get some bug spray. And she called me, my dad and myself pussies. She was like, you guys are big pussies. Grandma, do it. And she ran, she ran out there with the garbage bag and frickin' got that beehive and rubbed it in our faces, calling us pussies. And then an hour later, she got stung a few times for doing that, which, of course, we were like, you should have just waited, Grandma. Would have did that, We would have got it, sprayed them, and nobody would have got stung. But, she she didn't care. Then she was like, Grandma's dumb. And I was like, Grandma, you're not dumb. You just weren't patient. So I guess just be patient or I'll wait for the right time, Just go, even if you think it's something a little bit extra, if it saves you grief physically or mentally per se, might as well give it a try, right? Heck, this is pretty cool, just having a phone here and being able to ramble while I walk and various things like that. So, but we'll see how the audio turns out. So I guess this is slightly a review on, doing a podcast on a phone. So I know phones are getting more advanced, even though they're even getting a little bit cheaper, but the capabilities are there because, making so much strides forward in the world of cell phones, it's crazy. And they're only going to get better from there. So, it's maybe use the resources that you have, so that's not always required of like equipment. I seen that they have like freaking microphones that attach to your phone even. That stuff's crazy. I don't know if I want to buy one and see how that works, but if you lack equipment and just need voice capture and that might amplify your voice or make it more clear, be worth a try or, check it out for review. Always check them out. Somebody else might got it already. And, they'll be able to tell you a little way more than I can, right? And that's what's great about technology because we can spread information to one another at just the stroke of the screen, right? So, a beautiful world we live in, but, it's not always sunshines and rainbows. So, but, frickin' I hope everybody's having a great weekend or going to have a great weekend. If not, take it slowly and treat others with respect. You know what I mean? What's that saying go? Treat others the way you want to be treated. So, oh man. Otherwise, if they don't treat you with that respect back, then obviously you might have to give somebody a wedgie. Just kidding. Don't touch on anybody's underpants. I'm sure that they wouldn't appreciate it. So, oh man, freaking awesome. How's everybody enjoying like the cold weather? It's not too bad yet. Oh man, I'm kind of dreading the long, cold winters, but hey, it's life, I guess. You gotta take it with a grain of salt. I do have plans with somebody on Sunday to come out on Sunday. I won't say who yet to not put any pressure on him to come out, but hopefully he can, So Whoever I was supposed to interview today, they didn't show up, but I think we're gonna reschedule it. He's an awesome dude, very smart. He's doing a bunch of stuff, especially in like the racing community. It's pretty awesome to hear him talk and how passionate he is, about racing and various things like that. I'm gonna reach out to one of my other buddies. He has some really cool stories too, in his life, and I want to hear that, and I kind of, might as well see if they're willing to share it with everybody, So sharing's caring, any kind of information, to spread perspective and various things like that, because not everybody has the same type of life as you, and you don't have the same type of life as somebody else. So, but it's also good to talk about. Sometimes people go crazy not talking about, their lives and stuff like that. And, I don't blame them, It's a lonely life if you don't talk to anybody. You just keep to yourself and, don't talk to family or something like that. Some people do that for whatever reason, So whether it's worth it or not, I guess, that's on them. But, it also has its bad side to it. So, excuse me. If you're pushing people away, it should be for like a reason, like, they're not necessarily doing anything, but just like taking away from you. You know what I mean? Just constantly just taking from you and never really, when you watch them, like really care for anybody but themselves. It sounds harsh and tough, but if you don't want those hardships in your life, and that's all they're creating for you and all those around them trying to help them or something, you have that difficult choice as well to separate yourself from that, that person, those, or peoples, I guess I would say, but maybe it's even, maybe you're overreacting too. Who knows? People overreact all the time. I do as well. So, or you misunderstand something. Like talked about that thing where people have different perceptions of you, and they might like misunderstand things. They think they know you so well, but nobody knows you that well. So sometimes body signals can be interpreted incorrectly, and people might think you're mad or something, or, various things like that. So, never know. Maybe they just think you're mad at them. So it's happened, especially if you look like a bulldog. Oh man. Oh, there's gonna be some fights tomorrow. I have to look at who's fighting. I didn't really pay attention. I think it's one of those UFC fight nights. Yeah, shoot. But I think this might be it, though. I hope everybody enjoyed this a little bit. And I'll make like a entry in my YouTube at CloudSlayer 53, but I'll go through like a review on this podcast and how it sounded after I get done recording this, and I'll put it at the entry as the intro of my video. So check that out if you want to. If you're on Spotify. If not, just stay on Spotify. It seemed to be going well right now, but you never know when you go back to listen, So hope everybody has a good weekend, has a good night, and hopefully you're here back on Sunday. Have a good night. Peace.